Hey Shannon, thanks for making the time to speak with me today. To start off, can you give us a little bit of background on your firm, where you're located, and what areas of law you practice?
Certainly. We are located in Gig Harbor, Washington, which is about 45 minutes to an hour and a half outside of Seattle, depending on the time of day. And we concentrate solely on family law. We do divorces, separations, custody disputes, child support, spousal support, the litany that goes with family law.
You have been in the co-op for about 18 months now. Prior to coming into the group, what was your experience with the wild, wild west of attorney internet marketing like?
So I had actually hired a private search engine optimization company, and it was fairly dreadful. I paid a lot more than I'm paying now. And I found out later, not only did I not, I mean, I knew I wasn't getting results from them, but I found out that they were, rather than helping me, actually hurting me because of the way that they were doing the content. It was driving my Google ranking down because they were using bad backlinks. So not a good experience, I'm going to say.
Since coming into the group, what have you seen in terms of increased rankings and then ultimately the most important number, which is increased phone calls and new clients?
So Nick, you wanted this to be short, but I'm going to make it a little longer if you'll.
No worries. Yeah, of course.
So you reached out to me during the very beginning of COVID in April of 2020. And I thought you were a scammer. I did. And I called the law firm that you were, in my mind, allegedly associated with, just because I was in this office literally by myself because we'd sent all our staff home. So
Yep.
I just thought, well, I'm going to get this scammer. And then you turned out to be a real person. So,
Yep.
And I'd actually already made the decision at that time to shift our advertising. And I think a lot of people might have thought I was crazy, but I wanted to increase our presence because I knew in COVID, as we were going forward, it would be more important, and I needed some more lead time so that I wouldn't lose a client base and I would gain it, because everybody, I think, was really afraid, oh my goodness, no one's going to spend money on attorneys anymore because we're all afraid we're not going to make any money. So I joined the co-op, and I wrote a couple of articles, and then I got hooked up with Matador, and I really, really appreciated that you didn't even sell it to me. It's the best salesman ever, because I asked you about the co-op and did it do private search engine optimization? I mean, private if you're a member of the co-op. And you said yes. And I thought, well, that's great. Let me go with these guys, because you actually explain things in an informative way. And so once I signed up, here we are 18 months later, and I'm in the #1 ranking across the board on everything. And where we're at now is, when I have my Matador meetings, we're just adding more sections for me to be #1 in. And it's a really good feeling to know that in 1 month we add a search term, and 2 months later, I'm going to be the #1 on the page. Also, in terms of client increase, since the beginning of COVID, again, ironic, to now, we've had a massive increase in our client base and contact. I mean, I had to stop taking new cases for 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't accept a single new client. I was sending them away to other attorneys. And here I am. I started, just to let you know how awesome you guys are doing, I started taking new clients again at the beginning of the year, and I'm already now cutting it off again because I can't do it. I can't take any more clients on. I will be doing them a disservice. But that's a great place to be. And as my husband said to me a couple nights ago when I was telling him about this, he said, Shannon, these are great complaints to have.
Maybe just one or two sentences on, you came out of a situation where you were with, I believe it was a one-man shop, and what your experience has been since working with a bigger team, and just your thoughts on the Matador team overall.
I'm not a lazy person. I'm a busy person. And I tell you that because I'm a woman who chooses not to do her hair in the morning because I don't have time for it. So the Matador team, what I really love about the Matador team is that they are thorough. And when they ask me to do things such as write content or, find a club or something they want me to join, and I say, well, that's great. Can someone else do it for me? They always have a solution. They always have someone they can refer me to who will write something for me, or they'll tell me, well, look here and that'll be quicker. And they'll give me sort of those shortcuts that I need. And then when they have written things, they've been great. And if they weren't great and I gave them feedback, that was immediately corrected, which was fabulous. I recently updated the website in its entirety because my partner retired. And that happened exactly as we timed it. We sent the photos, we asked for the content to be changed, and it happened almost literally overnight. It was great. I've never received such fabulous response times. And it's pretty important because he retired and I didn't want the old content on the website when we hit the new year. And your entire team knew that and made it happen. They actually made it happen before the end of the year, which was fabulous. So I love the team. I really, and I don't always participate in the monthly meetings, but I find them to be informative. And I also find the instructions to either myself or my staff on what we can do to increase our search engine optimization to be really helpful. Because sometimes it's varied from getting more client reviews to something as simplistic as, hey, you should sign up to be a part of this team or community membership, and then it'll help you.